Hi, in a previous video I covered node basics, but this is going to be in more context and a bit more comprehensive. I believe with this set of Freeplane tools you can create meaningful mind maps easily and efficiently. I've got another map view here that we're going to be using to demonstrate each of these tools. Here's a free tip. If you need to pan part of a map, you just click outside of any, don't click on a node, but just click your mouse and then drag. So we'll leave that there, and I'm going to put on the spotlight mode. And we'll just jump right in with the first key or tool, that's insert, to create a child node. And as you're creating it, you just press enter to finalize the edit. So over here in our new little mind map, I'm going to press insert and then just type in level 1. I'm going to add another child, so insert, and I'll put Tom, and another child will be Jim. Whoops, Jim. Now that brings us to the next tool, which is creating sibling nodes. So child nodes are kind of this horizontal line of nodes. Sibling nodes are vertical. So on Jim, I'm going to press enter and type Betsy. Enter again and type Joe. Now to demonstrate the next key combination, shift enter, I'm going to go to Jim and press shift enter, and it creates a node up above. So I'm just going to type in Sally. Before we go on to new parent mode, I'm going to make a copy of this. Just drag it over here. That'll be for when we get to summary node. So shift tab lets you create a new parent node. So on Sally, I'm going to press shift down arrow key, which kind of previews this. Then I'll press the keyboard combination and type in M for mother, and we'll put Ann. We'll do the same thing here. M for mother, and type in June. This can be convenient when you realize, wait a minute, I need to add something to the structure or hierarchy. Then we move to summary node, which is Control Shift tab. For that, I'm going to go down to this copy I made, and I'm going to select these two again, press the keyboard combination, and type the same thing before as we had before, and go down here and do the same thing. June. So these are two ways to associate or group. The next key is the space bar, which is folding and unfolding nodes. So here on Tom, I'm just going to press the space bar, and it sucks up all the descendants. I'm going to zoom in on this to see it a little bit better. But that little circle at the bottom corner, that's just an indicator that there are more nodes that have been folded. Moving on, arrow keys help you navigate through the tree or map. So on Tom here, if I press the left arrow key, I can navigate back to the root. Right arrow key, I can start navigating away from the root out to the outer edges. And if I'm in a group of siblings, I could just navigate between them. The shift arrow keys let you select adjacent nodes, and when used along with the control key, you can also grab some non-adjacent nodes into a selection. So I'm on Sally and I'm pressing shift down arrow key, Now I can also press shift page down and grab all those, and here I could just change and put them all in bold. And if I hold the control key down and click any other nodes, then they are also part of the selection. Now the next one is a combination of the control key with the arrow keys to move nodes to a different position in the hierarchy. You can promote nodes, that is, you move them closer to the root node, or you can demote them and move them further to the outer edge. You can also reorder siblings. So on Jim here, I will press Control left arrow. That actually makes him a sibling of Tom. I'm going to press Control Z. Going the other direction, Control right arrow makes Jim a child of Sally. Again, Control Z. And pressing Control up arrow on Sally rearranges Sally and Jim. And also Sally down here, Control down arrow swaps position, but they're still in this grouping with the summary node. If I press Control down arrow again, it takes Sally out of that group. If I press it down arrow again, it puts her into this June group. So the next item is delete, and I find you have to be kind of careful with this. When you first install Freeplane, delete on its own will delete whatever the node is on and any descendants of that node. I have inadvertently deleted whole branches of my map before. So I recommend you remap the key somehow so that you have Control delete or Shift delete or something like that, and we can get into that in another video. Delete does not add anything to the clipboard. So if I just press the designated key here, on mine it is Control delete, it gets rid of that. The only way to get it back is Control Z. Now we move to items that do affect the clipboard. Control C or Control X are for copy and cut, as they are in every other application. And whatever node you're on is going to copy or cut the node itself that you were on and also the descendants. So on Tom here, if I press Control C, and then let's go over here and add just a bogus note here and press Control V, which is a preview of this here, you can see that it copied everything that was up here on Tom. I'm going to press Control Z again. This time I'm going to press Control X, and instead of leaving a copy of Tom where it is right now, it'll just cut it. Come down here and Control V. Now that's as you would expect. I'm going to press Control Z a couple of times. Then we move to just a slightly little wrinkle here, Control Shift C, which will copy the nodes, one node, without the descendants. So sitting here again on Tom, I'm going to press Control Shift C, come down here and paste, and you see it just got that one node. So we've covered Control V, paste. Let's look at Control L, which deals with connectors. Let's say you wanted to connect Sally with Betsy as the two females. I'm going to press Control and just click. Now at this point I can press Control L and it will draw a connector. Same thing with Jim and Joe. Control L, another connector. You can control how these look. You can have arrows on both ends. You can have different colors, but that'll be another video. That covers all our tools, but I want to take a quick look in another map that's a little bit more realistic. It's still kind of bogus, but this is just of animals. And let's say we want to put a new parent here. We hit our key combination, and let's put house, pets. Now at this point you could put snake and fish, not a fish. I'm going to fold this one. And here again, if you wanted to rearrange things, just control arrow keys will swap those back and forth. And if you wanted to, say, move Chihuahua, if you press the up arrow right now, it's at the top of the siblings. If up arrow will take you to the bottom. If you wanted to move down, again, that's going to put you in this Welsh summary group. You can keep pressing down and get out of the Welsh group. And you can see that we have a connector here that this small dog is about the same weight as this cat. So you can make different connections with the summary node, the connectors, and just the way you have things organized. So again, I think these tools are enough to get you started and be able to create meaningful mind maps. Now, Freeplane is a very comprehensive program, so this is just the surface of what you can do. But again, just with these tools, you can do quite a bit. So I hope this has been helpful, and thanks for watching.